matemático. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Signal HD Spikers. Team captain wears jersey number 8 is Wilton Marasigan. At number 2, John Paul Bugaon. Wearing jersey number 3, Owen Suarez. At number 4, Peter Denmar Torres. Number 14, Louis Ramirez. And number 15, Mark Espejo. Libero, number 13, Manuel Sumangi. Head coach, Mr. Dexter Clamor. Calling on our starters from our Philippine Army Troopers. Team captain wears jersey number 5, Sergeant Benjailo Labide. At number 9, Corporal Antonio Torres. Wearing jersey number 12, Private First Class Patrick John Rojas. Number 14, Corporal Jaidal Abdul Majid. Number 15, John Daniel Diwa. Rather, number 17 and number 21, Ray Taneo. Libero, number 10, Corporal John Kenneth Viking. Head coach, Sergeant Melvin Carolino. This is the 5th match of the preliminaries. Good luck.
For today's matchup, it will be the Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation. They're having a different change in their starting lineup. They have Owen Suarez, Louis Ramirez, and Peter Torres as new insertions to their starting lineup. Over onto the other side for the Philippine Army Troopers, it is the same starting lineup as they had in the first game, with the exception of the change of their starting libero, King by King, starting for the Army Katingko Troopers. And
very interesting change in the starters, but also probably a good time, no, for the team to test what is the best composition of players, at least at this early part of the conference.
And early on in the season, in their first game, Signal was able to field in all of their players, and so everyone had their fair share of playing time for the Awesome Nation Spikers. In the first play, Isay Marasigan is checked at the net by Rojas. Cross-court kill is good for Mark Espejo. He scores the first point of the game for Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation.
In the pregame, we were talking about how both teams actually have very strong blocking. No? That's one of the top statistics that we've seen, at least in the first match that they played. So it would be interesting today how the matchup will be and how the net defense will play out for both.
Peter Torres starting the game off his service game with a service ace. He also saw action in their first game and is now inserted in the starting lineup for the Awesome Nation. Torres now to serve, and that goes straight to the net. Another Torres will be serving for the Philippine Army Katingko Troopers. Tonix Torres will be starting off the match over on the side of the Katingko Troopers. That's a good serve. Sumangid was there. Suarez underhand set to Espejo, and that goes straight to the net. Army ties the game at 2.
So far, both teams still, seems like they're feeling, you know, the game. Still a bit slow here at the start of the first set.
Middle blocker, Torres now to serve. Combination play by Signal, and that goes through for Mark Espejo. We missed seeing that, and
looking at him leap and get that good elevation. Of course, credit that as well with that playmaking, getting one of the blockers to commit and leaving Espejo with such a huge area.
Service by the team captain, Isay Marasigan. And Army goes to their middle. John Daniel Diwa able to get that through. Good connection with their setter.
Fast and quick play works for Army Katenko.
Good connection between Taneo and his middle blocker over at that. Also Rojas with a very great serve. As Owen Suarez goes to his middle. JP Bugawan starting off the game with a good quick hit for the Awesome Nation. As you see here, Owen Suarez utilizing JP Bugawan early on in this game.
So far, very good distribution of sets.
In their previous game, that was what Coach Dex Clamor wanted more from his setters, how to utilize their middle blockers. As Marcus Espejo's service goes straight to the net. It will be Abdul Mahid serving for Army. Good serve by Mahid, good reception by Espejo. And JP Bugawan once again with his second point of the set. Owen Suarez really going to his middles early on in the match.
Quite possibly, the game plan going for those low quick sets.
Bugawan now has 2 points and now serving for the Awesome Nation Spikers. And the regalo by Torres is saved by the Army troopers. They send it over to the other side. Suarez back set to Torres is dug well by Army. Free ball for Signal. What do they do? Suarez goes to Peter Torres for that running attack.
And right now for Signal, we definitely see that all of their attackers have been active in front. A lot of movement that we are seeing.
Perfect placement of that set by Owen Suarez to Peter Torres. JP Bugawan still serving for the HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Good reception by Army. And they get that one to go. Android Abdul Mahid keeping Army within one. You see there from the back row, Abdul Mahid able to sneak that ball through the blockers of the Awesome Nation Spikers. Diwa, his service is received by Espejo. Another running attack to Peter Torres, and that goes out. Peter using the block on that attack. You see here Owen Suarez going to the running hit again, connecting with Peter Torres. As Army able to execute their own quick play at the middle. Torres scoring that one for the Troopers.
Look at that. It actually didn't hit his hand in a solid manner, but yet, they get a point. They'll take that anyway.
The middles of both teams very active in this early on in this set.
That was something that we expected actually, that the middles would be very active today. And early in the first set, we see a lot of sets to them.
And Owen Suarez brings Signal to their first technical timeout off of that hit by Luis Ramirez.
purpose has already been given light, given that Spiker Surf Open just last week. It's a time to build a team from the ground up as they will be training from back to zero. Given Mark's stint in the Japan V-League, one technical thing he learned overseas is that he wants to apply locally. The idea na kahit malakas o mahina yung bola, iisang puntos pa rin yun. All they need is the perfect execution and timing of ball distribution to convert that ball into a point. And more than that, speaking of the setters, Mark is proud of their newly found setters that have been dealing with the pressure and doing their best to attain the best connection with the spikers. For him, their setters will do their best to attain the champion mindset to defend the title of Awesome Nation from last conference. Let's get back to the action. This set one, back to you guys.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. And Mark was mentioning the connection that he has with his new setters here in Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation, with both Jewel Asia and Owen Suarez, new additions to this team.
But so far, we've been very good signs. We've been seeing a good connection actually with all of the attackers so far.
Abdul Mahid sends that one over. Owen Suarez back set to Isay Marasigan, and he gets that one to go off the block. Signal now has a 3-point lead over Army.
You know, so far, I feel that the distribution that Suarez has been delivering in terms of his sets has been an advantage. They haven't been predictable, at least here in set number one.
And credit the good reception of the HD Spikers as well, which gives him the opportunity to set a place for his teammates. As also is rejected at the net, also Rojas. This is the blocking that we were talking about for the side of the HD Spikers Awesome Nation, and
clearly working to their advantage. This hit from Rojas, well read by that double block.
Good serve by Peter Torres as Abdul Mahid does not get that one to go. Signal awarded the point as there is an overreaching violation on the Katinko Army troopers. Peter Torres will now serve once again for the HD Spikers Awesome Nation. He already has 3 points early on in the match.
Sends that straight into the net, though. Apologizes for it. Gives some room here for Army Katinko.
Tonix Torres now serving for the Katinko Army troopers. And his service is received by Espejo. Another back set by Owen Suarez to Isay Marasigan, and he gets that one off the block once again.
You know, you mentioned that at this point, one of the things, as we take a look at this replay, one of the things that has been working for Signal is they've been getting good first ball. So it allows them to really maximize the attackers, whereas on the side of Army Katinko, this has been a challenge.
Abdul Mahid with a monster cross-court kill off the hands of Sumangid, keeping them within 4.
It's important that Army Katinko doesn't let Signal get such a huge lead to at least relieve themselves of the pressure of having to, you know, catch up.
Rojas' serve goes straight to the net. And another thing that they have to lessen are these unforced errors, which give Signal 3 points. You know, in their last game, Signal was able to capitalize on the errors that Santa Rosa Lions gave them, which ended up in a straight set win for the Awesome Nation Spikers. Owen Suarez, another back set to Marasigan. Off-speed hit this time is read well by Taneo. Marasigan once again. And that is rejected. His attack is rejected by Diwa.
Net defense definitely working still on the side of Signal. That deserves a second look.
Well read by the blockers of Army. As the Beatles attack goes outside, and that brings Signal with a 7-point lead as we enter the second technical timeout of the first set. The Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation slowly pulling away with a 7-point lead over the Army, 16-9 in the first set. Now let's listen in to our insider report from Alexis Tensay.
I got to talk to Antonio Tonix Torres of Army Katinko Troopers, and he shared to me the challenges they dealt with after balancing hours for Army duty and volleyball training. Thankful for the support of the troops, they want to give back by giving the best of their athletic abilities here in Paco Arena. For this game, their primary goal is to end this game victorious against Signal, given that they have mastered the movement of their foe given several tune-up games beforehand. Discussing the lapses they had last game, they had to adjust their abrupt positioning given that their libero has been dealing with a minor injury but has been recovering with the help of their PT. Let's go back to the intense spikes here with our feisty Signal Awesome Nation and Army Katinko Troopers.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Now subbing in for the Philippine Army Katinko Troopers is Randy Falorina and Toto Liberato. Good serve. And Suarez goes to Bugaon once again. Both middle blockers of the HD Spikers Awesome Nation really active in this set. They almost have half of the points of the Awesome Nation Spikers.
It's been pretty consistent so far, and on the side of Army Katinko, you know, this should be a wake-up call already, you know, and they did wake up just in time. As we were saying, they need to create those points, make sure that the Signal doesn't pull away further.
As we look at this replay of that beautiful quick play from the side of the Army Katinko Troopers.
We've seen how that has worked for them, but gets offset with that service error.
Diwa, one of the highest pointers of their previous match against NU Santa Elena with 10. Let's see how he will fare in this game against Signal. As we have the setter Owen Suarez serving for the HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Good serve from Suarez. Back set to Torres, and that gets through. Labide getting that one to go for the Philippine Army Troopers. Another substitution for the Army Troopers. We have Joshua Barriga entering as we watch this replay of that wonderful hit from Jelo Labide. Jeremiah Barrica, an outside hitter, now in the game to serve. Good serve from Barrica. Ramirez is at that check. Rojas cross court, checked at the net. And that goes out. Signal gets the point.
That was a good effort by Rojas to keep the ball alive.
You see there the triple block of Signal really closing the door for Rojas on that point. Louis Ramirez's serve goes outside.
That is the fourth service error of Signal.
And let's see if the Army can capitalize on these errors on the service line by the Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Randy Falorina now serving. Good reception by Sumangid. Drop shot by Espejo, and that off-speed hit gets in for a point.
Excellent placement, excellent target by Espejo.
The variation in the attacks that Espejo has been showing in this conference, early on in this conference, shows the maturity that he had in his stint with FC Tokyo.
Espejo right now with 80% success rate in his attacks.
Yes, Wendell Miguel newly inserted in the game. And his team gets that block at the net. Wendell Miguel had 5 excellent receptions for Signal. More than half of his team's receptions in that game. Rojas' down the line hit goes through.
Such a powerful hit there from Rojas.
Credit that set from the Army Katinko troopers. That set by Silang. The effort that he had to put into that set. Onyx Torres now serving. And that serve goes outside.
Not gonna help. That is the third service error now on the side of Army Katinko. You know, these are the giveaway points that you would like to avoid, especially at this point in the set where your opponent is already nearing 25.
Another double substitution for Signal. Jewel Asia is now in the game together with Alfred Valbuena. Jewel Asia was a starting setter in their previous match as that cross-court hit by Rojas. It's too much to handle for the HD Spikers.
That was such a sharp angle, and he was really... Look at that. He took advantage of that single block.
Getting going offensively. Also Rojas, who was the highest pointer for the Katinko Troopers in their previous game, is now serving for Army. Good serve, Asia, back set to Espejo. Another off-speed hit goes through for Mark.
Mark making it look so simple with all the different returns that he has. So we've seen a hard spike, an off-speed shot, a drop ball.
And credit his defense too. His receptions have allowed his teammates to set up great plays for his team as we get another check block on the net. Army keeps it alive. The Vida cross-court hit is turned back. Espejo now with 7 points on 5 attacks and 2 blocks, doing it on both ends of the court.
And even at the service line has been quite consistent.
Signal holds a 9-point lead over Army. They are now at set point. Labide is checked at the net, and Signal takes the first set against the Philippine Army Katinko Troopers, 25-15. As we see that wonderful play at the net, read well by Bugawan once again. And when we get back, it will be set 2 between in the first set, and what went right for Signal?
You know, it was a very smooth movement, smooth play that we've seen from Signal. Highly confident team that seemed to have done most of the things right. You know, in set number 1, we see great distribution of sets. The plays that have been executed were well distributed as well. So we saw attackers from the middle, from the wings, and you know, I think more than anything, what had helped in that first set for Signal was they had good net defense, which was an advantage over Army Katinko.
And as we take a look at a recap of that first set, we have the statistics. Signal, of course, taking a 10-point lead, but the main advantage that we see here on our screens is the blocks. They have 5 blocks against the 0 blocks of the Army Katinko Troopers.
It also helped that in terms of offense, they scored 4 more as opposed to Army Katinko. Both teams actually, we keep mentioning the errors and that they need to manage it. They kept it both at 5, but for Signal HD, 4 of this 5 errors came from their service errors, while for Army Katinko, 3 out of 5 service errors. So maybe something that they need to be careful with as they move into the second set.
And as we watch the second set action, let's see if Signal can keep up their strong start or if Army can bounce back from their first set performance. You're watching the 2022 Spikers Turf Open Conference live on One Sports and One Sports Plus or through the Signal Play and the Smart GigaPlay app. Opening the second set on this rainy Wednesday afternoon.
Espejo, 7 points in this game.
Already with 7, a strong start offensively and defensively for Mark.
But also for Signal, other players like Marasigan, Torres, and Ramirez all scoring 3 points. Bugawan delivering 4. On the side of Army, Abdul Majid has 3. Torres, Diwa, Rojas all with 2 points, and Labide scoring 1 point.
And to start off the second set, it will be Owen Suarez serving for the Awesome Nation. Labide will send this one over. Suarez, combination play, spell from the back row. What a great save by Abdul Mahid. They get the first point of the set. As Taneo, the setter, will serve for the Army Katinko Troopers. That's yes outside. See on the screen, Barriga. Luis Ramirez serving for Signal. That's a good serve. Taneo, who does he go to? Back row attack to Labide, but he is checked once again at the net. Peter Torres was there for that solid rejection.
Look at this perfect timing from that double block.
Espejo and Torres teaming up to get that point for Signal. Ramirez's serve. Rojas, back set Rojas does not go through. Abdul Mahid is checked at the net. Who will Owen Suarez go to? Back set to Marasigan down the line. What a great save by the Army Troopers as they send the ball over to the other side. Suarez to Espejo, drop shot is read well. Back row from Labide, and that goes through for the team captain.
It's probably one of the longer rallies that we've seen here in this match. Good defense from both teams.
Cedra Labide soaring from the back row and getting that off-speed hit to go.
That was a perfect target.
Tonix Torres now serving for the Katinko Troopers. Another service error for the Troopers. That's their second in the set.
That service area has been a challenge
for both squads.
For both squads, that's right. We mentioned how they had Signal has 4 service errors in the first set. Army has 3.
Abdul Mahid, good dig from Owen Suarez. And there's a net touch on Abdul Mahid and Diwa teaming up for that block. Let's look at that replay again. Just grazing the net as he goes up for that cross-court attack by Isay Marasigan. Peter Torres now serving for the Awesome Nation Spikers. Over reception. Still sent over, but Marasigan converts on that regalo. Miscommunication from Army. Abdullah is now in the game, coming in for Diwa. As you see there, the adjustment of the setter. Marasigan at the right place at the right time to convert that point for Signal. Good reception from Army. Taneo goes to Rojas and he gets that one off the block. See that replay once again. Good serve from Rojas. Owen Suarez sends it up. Sumanggid, can he send it over? Yes. Taneo. Overset. Labide adjusts. Free ball for Signal. Marasigan uses the block. And he gets that point off of the block of Labide. And you see that setup from the libero of Signal, Manuel Sumanggid. It's also part of our national team.
You know, when you look at Signal, you see how organized they move. Even if, you know, they have to make adjustments midway, it seems like kapang-kapa nila yung isa't isa.
Labide getting that cross-court kill for the Army. You know, this Philippine Army Troopers team has been playing with each other for quite some time now, and you see the familiarity on their side of the court as well.
And, you know, they mentioned that during the pregame. It's that good relationship, that familiarity, because they've been playing and training together for a long time.
Taneo almost winning that joust, but just grazes the net.
And yung mga sayang, he had it already.
And he went up against JP Bugawan as well, as you see there.
Ooh.
His fingertips just hitting the top of the net.
Yun yung mga sayang, no? You won that joust, but sumabit pa.
Just goes to show the upper body strength of the setters. And Marcus Peao's service goes straight to the net. Signal holding on to a 2-point lead against the Army Katinko Troopers. Abdullah now serving. Suarez goes to Ramirez. And that attack gives Signal a 3-point lead heading into the first technical timeout of the second set.
Hey, CIGNAL! Awesome!
We are back live at the Paco Arena. Signal holding on to a 3-point lead over the Army Troopers. And now after the first technical timeout, we'll turn it over to Alexis Tensay, who has some insider reports for us.
Mahirap ma-motivate ang sarili kapag wala kang pinaghahandaan. Ayan sinabi ni Wendell Miguel of Signal HD Spikers when it came to the dark ages of the pandemic. Kaya naman sobrang blessed and grateful siya ngayon na nakabalik sila at nanalo sa una nilang game against Santa Rosa despite them not being 100% with their performance. I asked him what their lapses is in regards to this at sinabi sa akin ni Wendell na dahil nagkaroon sila ng first game jitters and everyone wanted to play full form, medyo nanggigil sila sa bola. Hoping to fix their composure in the court dahil pinaghandaan daw nilang kalabanan ng Army. Let's watch their power spikes here in set 2. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Wendell mentioning first game jitters, but in my opinion, they were able to hold their own and maintain their composure throughout the match, especially the second set of that match where they went on a 9-2 run against a very young Santa Rosa team.
That's humility. That's being humble, no? Not being overly complacent and confident. Ayan. And we talked about how all of the games that these 7 teams will play will really be very important. It's such a short elimination, and all of them would want to earn a spot, one of the 4 spots to get into the semifinals.
Every team definitely needs a strong start in order to give themselves a better chance of getting that semifinal spot. As Owen Suarez serves this for the Awesome Nation Spikers. The BD sends this one over. Underhand set from Suarez. Ramirez adjusts, but still gets that one off the block of Taneo. Suarez serving again. Good reception from Army. Quick play that sails outside. Army with a 5-point hole as their coach calls time.
Simulan muna natin sa receive. Eh, pag na-receive, napalo na maayos, coverage tayo. Pagka-cover, nakuha na buhay, depensa tayo sa likod. Huwag natin bitawan. Huwag natin bitawan. Huwag natin bitawan yung bola. Pagka nakuha, nakita natin, yung position mo, huwag mong bitawan. Nandito ka eh, kinuha mo dito eh, binalik. Tayo, ha? Go lang tayo! Go, go!
Coach Melvin Carolino emphasizing the importance of defense in that timeout by Army. Signal really maximizing the attacks and their attackers inside the court. As you see Ramirez contributing, Espejo, Peter Torres in the set as well. Taneo, who does he go to? What a cross-court hit from Rojas.
Great play as well. Great playmaking, getting the blockers on the side of Signal confused. That left Rojas with just a single block and a lot of room to hit the ball.
Taneo with 26 excellent sets in their previous game against NU Santa Elena Nationals. Taneo back set to Abdul Nahid, and that one...
Oh, that one hit the antenna.
Signal that it went to the antenna. Army gets the point. Taneo still at the service line for the Katinko Troopers. Good serve from Taneo. Marasigan, and that is a net touch. Another net touch called on the Army Troopers.
They've been very eager at the net, and quite some net violation errors have been called.
As you see here on the replay, trying to close the door on Marasigan and brings the net up with him as he goes up for that block. Ramirez now serving. Taneo, another great set as Rojas unable to convert on that off-speed hit.
It seemed like a good decision, that last change-up, that decision to do an off-speed. But it gets tricky, the amount of force you put in para pumasok yung bola, kinulang yung kay Rojas.
Signal now with a 5-point lead as Ramirez serves. Taneo goes to the middle. Rojas sets it up to Abdul Mahid, who goes down the line, and that is just wide. Unable to convert on that attack.
Down the line attacks, of course, very risky, very little room to work with. You have to be very accurate to ensure that doesn't cross the line.
Labide sets it up to Rojas. He gets the help from the net. Signal will send this one over. Let's see what Taneo does. Combination play to the middle. Read well by Suarez. Marasigan sends it over. Taneo to Rojas. Cross court roofed by Torres.
I don't know what way that ball could have gotten through.
But
what a solid.
let's see that block once again. But there was a net violation called on the HD Spikers Awesome Nation. hitting the net on the way down.
Such a lucky break here for Army.
Of course, our second referee, Mr. Matematico, in on that play. Torres. Good serve from Tonix. Peter Torres from the middle, dug well by the other Torres on the other side. As Abdul Majid once again off the block, keeping Army in this set. They're just down 4, and it's still early. And what do you think should the Army troopers do in order to cut down on the lead of the Signal HD Spikers? And
right now, they're not that far off, but they have committed 7 errors already here in set number 2. So those are free points, given to Signal. So I think it's still going back to that, minimizing the errors.
Peter Torres serving for Signal. They are up 15-10 in the second set. Good serve from Torres. Caneo. Goes to Abdul Majid once again. Marasigan could not get there as Army gets that one to go. See that great attack, challenging the block of the Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Rojas serving for Army. Back set to Marasigan down the line. King by King could not handle that. As we head into the second technical timeout, Signal holds a 5-point lead as we watch this wonderful down the line attack from Isay Marasigan. The Army Katinko Troopers after the second technical timeout. Signal with a 5-point lead. Now let's turn it over to Alexis Tinsay for some insider report.
Daniel Diwa has only recently entered the Army Katinko Troopers as a civilian, and he greatly acknowledges the strength of other teams. Kaya naman ang ultimate goal niya ay masabayan ang kanilang performance. And when it comes to improving their skill sets, kailangan raw nilang mag-adjust sa kanilang first ball at ayusin ang kanilang blockings and reception. And given that they have only been training for 1.5 months, they will be banking on their in-game adjustments and open communication inside the court. Balikan natin ang pasiklaban ng palo here in set 2. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Diwa and his new team definitely need to claw back from this lead as Labide using that block. Free ball sent over by Signal. Labide once again. Good reception by Montero. And Espejo gets that one to go off the block. Sandy Montero now in the game, another veteran libero for the side of the HD Spikers. As we see this wonderful set by Asia to Mark Espejo. Taneo sets it up to Abdul Mahid, and he is met at the net by Bugawan and Espejo.
So at this point, Army Katinko's plays have been predictable. Quite easy to read for the blockers of Signal. Looking at this well-timed block by Espejo.
Another service error from Signal. Falorina and De Pamailo entering now for the Army Katinko Troopers. Nikki De Pamailo serving. Asia goes to Bugawan, but that is read well by the libero. Labide sends it over. Good save by Sumanggid. Back set to Espejo. Another down the line kill from Mark.
A lot of variety that we are seeing from Espejo. Of course, we expect no less than what we are seeing right now. Definitely challenging the defense, no, of Army Katingko.
Another substitution by Coach Dex Clamor. Wawa Campusano now enters the game for the HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Marcus Espejo serves. Good serve. Taneo goes to the middle. Abdullah gets that one to go for Army.
What has improved though for Army here in the second set is that in terms of reception, nakikita natin, no, gets delivered directly to the setter, allowing better setup.
Everyone doing their part defensively as well. As you see that combination play by Alfred Valbuena.
Such a clean point by Valbuena.
Let's watch that replay once again. Bugawan able to bait the blockers of the other team, freeing up the net for Alfred. Bugawan now serving. Good reception from Rojas. And the attack of Labide goes wide. Army calls another timeout. They are down 9. Now let's listen into this timeout by Coach Melvin Carolino.
Receive muna tayo. Ha? Receive muna, Nikki. Diskartehan mo. Kung kanino ka makakalamang, bigay mo. Kung makakalamang ka kay Kuya Jailo, bigay mo kay Kuya Randy. Andiyan si Kuya Randy mo, ha?
Nabigyan mo siya
Wala tayo. First ball muna. First ball. Okay? Go tayo.
Go! Laban tayo! Laban na!
Philippine Army calling another timeout. They're second off the set. They are trying to claw their way back from a 9-point lead of Signal. JP Bugawan has been amazing at the net, as expected.
And that what has brought Signal to a total of 8 block points in this match. Of course, one of the contributors.
Good play. And our first referee calls a ball touch, giving Army the point. Barrica entering the game for the team captain, Jelo Labide. He will be serving for the match. Good serve from Barrica. Combination play for Valbuena by King, unable to handle that one.
Another excellent play. Very well executed here on the side of Signal.
Alfred Valbuena now serving, product of the UP Fighting Maroons program. He gets that ace, bringing Signal to set point in set number 2. His teammates loving that service ace as we watch the replay of that wonderful ace from Alfred. Taneo. And that attack by Randy Falorino goes wide, which gives Signal the second set, 25-14. and you are watching the 2022 Spikers Turf Open Conference live on One Sports and One Sports Plus. Signal HD Spikers once again asserting their dominance over Army in the second set, getting a 25-14 set to win.
Very similar to how we've seen the first set. The highly confident Signal HD team delivering the goods in that second set. Actually, nakita natin, no, Espejo leading the way, scoring 12 points. Overall in this match, we have other players like Marasigan and Bugawan also contributing 6 points each, and Ramirez with 5, Torres with 4. Now, that's where Army needs to look for more delivery pagdating sa kanilang scoring. As we take a look at the team stats, hindi nalalayo yung atake for both squads. But again, similar to set number 1, the blocking of Signal HD really doing a big difference, no, from their performance. But I think what is glaring in how set 2 panned out is if you look at the opponent errors, Army Katinko had 9 giveaway points, no, for Signal HD, and possibly something that they have to avoid and correct, especially as we get into the third set.
Yes, and as we enter the third set, Army still looking for their first block of the game, and let's see how they will adjust. Part of the challenge is now how to close on the attackers of Signal, given the place that Jewel Asia and Owen Suarez have been setting up for their squad. See the crowd showing up to watch the first game of our Saturday doubleheader. We are live at the Paco Sports Arena, and a familiar face.
Yes.
Watching the men's volleyball action. After 3 long years, the Spikers Turf is back, and everyone here is enjoying every point of it. Alfred Valbuena starting the third set for Signal after 2 very beautiful combination plays in the second set.
You know what has been, I guess, really an advantage for Signal is the way that they deliver the plays. It has not been predictable. It's been very hard for the Army Katinko blockers to read, and maybe that's why yung pagdating sa kanilang blocking statistics, it's been empty so far.
And Jewel Asia now sets it up for Bonono, but that does not go through. Army opens up the third set with a point.
Here in the third set, such a crucial set for Army. They need to start off strong and make sure that, this time around, they don't play catch-up with Signal. Hopefully, they'll be able to do that.
Yeah. A great service ace from Toto Liberato. Oh, rather a service error. Check that. Rexental, newly inserted to the game, now serving for the HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Torres able to connect on that middle attack. We have to see more of these plays from the side of Army if they want to free up the spikers, their wing spikers in this set. Jewel Asia goes to the back row to Camposano. Labide with the back row attack. Army starting out strong. They lead 3-1.
Labide now with 5 points in this game.
The team captain of the Katinko Troopers. Bonono gets in on the scoring. A wonderful cross-court attack from him. Valbuena now to serve for Signal. For deception by Rojas. Goes to the middle again, and Torres is checked at the net this time.
That was a single block.
Silang now, the starting setter for Army in the set. Yes, Balbuena's serve goes straight to the net. Tonix Torres, middle blocker, now serving for the Katinko Troopers. Chow's at the net. Asia puts it up. Balbuena from the back row and the attack error for Signal.
Better showing on the side of Army Katinko. But likewise, of course, these errors coming from the side of Signal are very much welcome. Ano? Again, a crucial set here para sa Army.
Torres now serving for the Katinko Troopers. Asia back set to Balbuena once again. Uses the block of Rojas and Abdullah to get that point for Signal.
That was also such a nice call, no, to set it back to him para makabawi, no, coming from that error, and he does deliver.
Bonono now serving, gets the help of the net.
Yun yung mga mahihirap pick up in. With the help of the net, he gets that point.
See the replay right there. A sigh of relief.
Buti na
After
lang
getting that
pumasok.
service ace from Bonono. Underhand set by Silang, adjusts to Abdullah. Drop shot by Camposano is read well by the setter. Abdul Mahid drops it. Read well by Signal. Camposano drops it. By King was there. Who does Asia go to? Back set to Balbuena at the net. Rojas couldn't handle that one.
You know, this can be frustrating because they started off with an advantage over Signal, but you know, these points, you know, Signal really working for it 1 point at a time. And you see the patience and the maturity of the players. Hindi nagmamadali, ano? They're just trying to get those points in, even with their blocks.
Bugawan closing the door on Rojas once again. And Signal now with a 2-point lead as we watch this replay on how the Signal Spikers were able to close the gap on that Rojas attack. Bugawan now has 8 points on 4 attacks and 4 blocks.
Rojas with that powerful hit off the block.
Abdul Mahid now serving for Army. Asia. Camposano, ang ganda naman ng paggamit ng block na yon, Ann.
And you know, this is what's nice about watching men's games. You know, yung bilis, yung lakas ng palo.
And just like that, second technical timeout. Signal is up 8-6.
na i-meet ang expectations ng management dahil sa lahat ng suporta na naibibigay sa kanila. And technically speaking, Signal is aiming to improve their set rallies, magkaroon ng consistency sa kanilang galaw at makonvert agad ang bola para mapasa kanila ang momentum to gain advantage over their foe for a speedier and smoother endgame. Back to set 3 and let's see if they will bag this victory.
Thank you for that report, Alexis. Tingnan natin kung kaya nang manalo ng Signal in straight sets o kung babawi ang Army dito sa ating third set. Good reception by Sumanggid. Drop ball by Asia. It's read well. Rojas, the team captain, Labida. And that goes outside using the block. Tie game now. Signal and Army, 8 apiece. Si Labides, nalampas pa niya yung palo na yun kahit triple block na siya ng Signal.
Oh, good defense. Ayan lang, diretso sa net. And these are the errors na dapat, sinabi nga natin, iwasan on the side of Army. They've had a good start. Medyo napako ng konti, nakahabol ang Signal. But, these errors, hitting that ball straight into the net, syempre hindi nakakatulong. We mentioned how it would be important for them to at least have that lead, Mamawala yung pressure on their end na sila yung humahabol. But Signal, of course, hindi gagawing madali, yung trabaho na yun para sa Army.
See the replay of that connection between Abdullah and Silang. Keeping Army in this game. Serving is Abdullah. Asia to Valbuena.
That long attack. No defense on the side of Army.
Camposano now serving for Signal. Huli. Labide. Asia to the back row, and that goes through.
Tight blocking is very important. And you see the frustration, dun sa kanyang reaction on that block. Sayang nandun na siya.
Camposano. Nice to see him back in action after recovering. Sa ilalim dumaan yung bola.
It happens. Sabi nila nangyayari, yung mga ganyang error. Napakamot ng ulo si coach, but they still have a 1-point lead.
Tsaka pagkadating sa mga ganyang jump serve, talagang high risk, high reward yung mga nangyayaring outcomes from our servers.
Total service errors so far. Signal with 7, Army with 6 service errors in this match.
Bonono with that down the line hit. Si Sio on the replay. Intal now to serve. And that ball goes outside for Labide. Rex Intal, middle blocker from Ateneo, now serving. And that is a great service ace from Rex.
Kita natin yung bola, It was a good floater, which gets very tricky to read. Look at that ball slip away from Rojas.
Rex with another serve. Isa lang daw, Ann.
Isa lang. Good call and good read on the side of Army.
Wendell Miguel now checking back in for Alex Camposano. That goes out. Signal slowly pulling away in the set after having a slow start to the third set. Back set to Abdul Wahid. Asia goes to Bugawan. And with that attack, Signal enters the second technical timeout of the third set with a 5-point lead. As you see that wonderful attack from Bugawan. We'll be back. Signal now with a 5-point lead over the Philippine Army Katingko Troopers. The third set, let's see if Army can still recover the lead that they once had in the start of the set, or will Signal wrap this game in 3 sets? Let's find out as Alfred Valbuena is now up to serve. Good serve from Valbuena. Rojas uses the block. And pagkadating talaga sa opensa, maasahan tong si Rojas para sa Philippine Army Katingko Troopers. Last game, siya yung naka-11 points. Yung go-to player nila.
I think the only danger if you go to one player too often ay yung mababasa na siya. But in this case for Rojas, you really see how he wants to score the points. At yung frustration kapag hindi niya nakukuha yung puntos.
Yes, we see Bonono outsmarting the triple block of the Army Troopers with that drop shot. Silang couldn't get there. Owen Suarez now back in the game for Signal. Bonono now serving. And that goes outside. Lead is now down to 4. Abdul Mahid will be replaced by Depamailo. Silang replaced by Falorino for Army, trying to get things going. Try to start a run in this third set.
Hopefully at this point they get to shift momentum on their side. It has been a struggle. Again, ang ganda nung umpisa pero hindi na-sustain all the way up to this point in the third set. And it doesn't help na yung nasa kabilang side talagang china-challenge ang depensa ng Army.
Isay Marasigan now with a cross-court kill. Earlier he was going for that down-the-line attack, varying his attacks in this set. Bugawan now serving for Signal. Good reception. Back set to Rojas. And Rojas gets that one to go off the block.
A lot of power. Getting that point off the blockers of Signal. And he recognizes, Signal has scored a lot of block points so far in this match. And one good way for him to score that point ay yung ilabas niya yung bola.
Barrica back in the game, now serving for Army. Suarez, back set to Marasigan. Checked at the net, but that block goes out. Valbuena and Jewel Asia back in the game for Isay Marasigan and Owen Suarez.
Valbuena has contributed 6 points so far in this match. 5 attacks, 1 ace.
Labide with that attack.
And that hit from Labide, hindi natakot. It was a triple block in front of him.
buong-buo yung loob niya sa palo na yun. He knew that he wanted to use the Valbuena's block. Elevated and executed that offensive spike beautifully. Asia now sets it up for Wendell Miguel. Everyone in the Signal bench loving that attack from Wendell Miguel.
Deserves a second look. Tingnan mo naman yung first line eh. Nasa loob pa ng attack line.
Tsaka yung angulo. And
the elevation that he got. Such a great landing as well for the ball.
good serve from Wendell. And that is an illegal back row attack called on Depo Milo. Army calls another timeout. They're down 6. Let's listen in to Coach Melvin.
One good receive. Isa-isa tayo. Receive muna. Service nila. Ang lambot naman ng service eh. Hindi natin ma-receive na maayos. Ha? Walang pipitaw. Laban tayo.
Basa sa blocking. Basa sa blocking.
Huwag tayo. Receive lang ha. Receive lang. Receive lang. Siglan natin sa receive. Okay, okay. Ano?
Bingo. Kapitan lang.
And we are back at the third set. Signal with a 21-15 lead over the Philippine Army Katingko Troopers. Coach Melvin Carolino, pinapaalalahanan ng kanyang mga manglalaro na walang bibitaw. Ilaban natin to. And as I've said, 6 points, kayang-kaya pa yan. Execution will be very important if they want to close in on the gap. Isa-isa lang, like what Signal did earlier in the set.
And I think, yung isa sa mga nag-improve but nabate. I was about to say, isa sa mga nag-improve here in the third set. We've seen more consistent reception. But yun nga, nabati ko. Sabi niya, nako, hindi pa. Okay. But hopefully, if they get to do that consistently, they have it eh. Nakakatapat and halos pantay lang pagdating sa opensa, but really has to start with a good first ball.
Yes, that's Wendell Miguel serving for Signal. Labide, his attack is checked at the net.
That one still drops in the court of
Palorino
Signal.
sending that one over.
This so far has been the best set for Army. Ang kanilang first set, they only scored 15, 14 in the second set. So far, the highest output in this match against Signal.
Jewel Asia, low set. Rex adjusts and able to send it over. Back set. What an attack by Diwa.
That's what we have been missing on the side of Army, and hopefully it won't be too late for them to execute more of that. Yun yung mga hindi mabasa, mahirap din buhayin na bola.
You see there, Rexenthal late to the block. Credit that set as well from Depa Milo.
Oh, unfortunately, there's a violation, I think, on the side of Army.
Rexenthal back to serve for Signal. Serve from Rex. Dipamilo goes back to his middle. Diwa was checked at the net. Labida this time. Triple block. Dipamilo. Labida once again uses that block to get the point for Army. As you see there, Dipamilo giving Labide a second chance at that attack and converts. As Rojas re-enters back into the game for the Army Katingko Troopers.
No room for errors for Army Katingko. They have to play flawless volleyball at this point.
Valbuena's off-speed hit is read well by Army. And Rojas, who just re-entered the game, gets that point to go for the Army. Signal forced to call time. Army cutting their lead down to 4. Let's listen in to Coach Dex Clamor.
Sino doon sa gitna? JP o si Edmar. Sige, running short mo to. Kaya? Opo. Go, running short. Huwag ka lang magpapakita ha. Dito ka lang. Tapos stress direct. Sino dito? Dito si Wendell, mag-8 ka na. Di.
8 na.
8. Kasi tres direct eh. So 8. Again. Simulan lang sa magandang pasa. Okay? Pag maganda, kailangan patalon mo yung gitna. Pag napatalon mo yung gitna, wala ka ng blocker, ha? Let's go.
Hey, signal! Awesome!
Coach Dex drawing up a specific play for the Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation. Let's see if they'll be able to execute this and get the momentum back on their side as they try to wrap this set up. Depamilo now serving for Army. Oh, and the lift violation called on Army, but Signal at match point.
Costly error. We said that there aren't any more rooms for errors at this point.
Sayang kasi kaya pa sana nilang maitawid yung bola ulit.
And this, again, like what we mentioned, ito yung pinakamagandang score output ng Army in this match.
Asia goes to the back row. Good save by the Army, and they are unable to send it over. Signal takes the third set, 25-19. Getting this match in straight sets and getting their second win. Signal extends their win streak to 15 as we watch the last point of the match. And when we come back, we will be wrapping this game up.
adjustments to maximize your ball conversion?
Siguro dahil nung last game namin, medyo so-so lang yung game namin. So parang nung itong nakaraang trainings, parang ginawa namin, pinabagal muna namin yung bola. Kasi parang since last time may mga VNL, maraming bola na nakikitang mabilis. So tinry namin gawin yon. Pero yun nga, hindi kami maka-adopt doon. So ginawa namin, pinabagal lang namin yung bola. And then yun, lahat tumulong, lahat naka-adjust. And yun, swerte kami na nanalo kami today.
Talaga namang significant at foundational yung training nyo pagdating sa timing ng bola. Kaya yun yung sinabi mo sa akin kanina. And also, it's your second game of the season. Also, your second win. How big of a factor is your improved communication sa mga bago nyong setter?
Kasi nung last game namin, sobrang hindi yun yung signal team na kami. So parang itong today's game, parang ang laking difference ng na-adjust namin, na nagawa namin today. And I hope na sa mga susunod pa na games, mag-improve pa kami and marami pa kami matutunan and ma-realize kung paano makapuntos, malakas man or mahina.
At talaga namang simula pa lang yan ng pagpapakilala nyo bilang Signal Team Awesome Nation. At kaya naman may gusto ka din bang batiin, Mark?
Ayun, binabati ko si Mama, yung mga kaparid ko, si Papa, and sa Optimum Skin family, and kay Ate, happy birthday po sa inyo. Binabati ko rin yung families ng teammates ko, coaches, and sa mga nanonood ng fans and supporters dyan sa bahay at dito sa Paco. Maraming salamat sa support. Ni Clysa, hello.
Congratulations again, Mark, to the rest of the Signal HD Spikers. Let's get back to more intense volleyball action. Let's go back to the panel.
Thank you, Ai and Anne. That was a treat. That was such a beautiful game that we witnessed between the Signal HD Spikers Awesome Nation and the Philippine Army Katinko Troopers in today's matchup.
You know, this is where you see all of these teams work hard during trainings. They play their best every game. At lahat yung mga yan, even if they're veterans or seniors na, they never stop wanting to improve.
Signal HD Spikers takes the match 25-15, 25-14, and 25-19 in straight sets. As we watch the highlights from that last set, Mark Espejo really varying his attacks throughout the game.
And you know, similarly in the previous sets, we've seen how blocking as well as the strong serves of Signal helped them get the win. Yun yung nagpahirap din sa Army Katinko team.
It was also a complete team effort. Almost everyone playing for the HD Spikers contributing for the win. As we see the stats on that third set.
15 attack points para sa Signal, 11 para sa Army Katinko. Pero ito yung binanggit natin, Still, no blocking, no service ace dito sa set number 3, whereas Signal scored 5 points out of those 2 skill departments. But what's interesting actually here in this third set, despite the fact na nabigay ng mas maraming puntos ang Signal HD sa Army, hindi pa rin na-maximize ito ng Army team in that third set.
Nabawi nila yung mga errors nila.
Tama, but now looking at the match summary, ating stats, 41 attack points, clearly dominated by Signal in this match. And likewise, lalo na itong blocking, double-digit 10 block points para sa Signal, samantalang ang Army, we mentioned how it was an advantage for them. It was absent in this match against Signal. Pagdating naman sa digging, ito naging advantage din ng Signal. They had 18 more than the 11 successful digs of Army and the ace department. We've seen that it has even the non-scoring serves, it really challenged the first ball of Army Katinko in this game. Habang ang ating opponent errors, high double digit, 19 ang naipamigay ng Army, 16 naman ang naipamigay ng Signal.
Yes, that was a great win by the Signal HD Spikers. Second win of the conference. And up next, we have the 2022 ASEAN School Games representatives, the Santa Rosa City Lions, going up against the One Alicia Griffins. On behalf of Andre Mulia, Alexis Tensay, and the rest of the crew, this is Miguel de Guzman, and thank you for watching the 2022 Spikers Turf Open Conference.